So, welcome everyone. Today I have a guest with me. I'm going to ask him a few questions. And first off, I'd like to ask you, how is your living here in Finland?
Well, it's good now because since when I moved to the Finland from Portugal, it was quite of like a culture shock to me.
Yeah.
And a lot of things were actually different. The people and the because I moved in winter basically, so for me the weather was also kind of different.
Yeah.
But now I'm kind of getting used to it, and it's been good. It's summer, so it's really good.
Okay, that's great to know. And about your study at haaga-helia?
It's good actually. I just completed one semester, and it has been good because I had never been in any foreign universities before, and so like haaga-helia was my first foreign university, and there were lots of like things inside my mind going on. Okay, how it's gonna be and what it's gonna be like.
Uh-huh.
But it's really cool, and my classmates are really cool, and everything. The environment is really good.
Are you the only
yes.
one Nepalese who is studying there in your class?
Yeah, I'm the only one Asian, I would say. Not
Oh,
really
okay.
Nepali, so yeah.
Okay,
I think that answers your question a little bit.
that's also shocking for me.
Yeah, it's kind of, yeah,
Okay, great.
for me as well.
So, how was your living in Portugal?
Well, I moved to Portugal like I think 3 years ago, and with my family.
Mm-hmm.
So like the country actually, the climate is not different than my country because I'm from Nepal, I'm Nepalese, and the climate is kind of similar. So for me, the weather and I think the people and their colors is also kind of similar. So I think like the weather was not different and not that much of culture shock.
There is not winter like here in Finland.
There is actually, but there's no, no snow and thing because I was
Uh-huh.
living in Lisbon.
Okay.
So the place was really kind of tropical, I would say.
It's the capital city, right?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
the capital.
That's great.
Yeah.
So, how do you like Finland, by the way?
How do I like Finland?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually good because like when I first did Finland, the first week was really hard for me because of lots of reasons. Because in Finland, actually, the Finns people are kind of reserved, and I basically like to get sociable and kind of talk to new strangers and things.
Yeah.
But Finnish people don't quite easily accept that thing. I would say. By this, I don't mean that they don't talk to people or something like that, but to talk with a stranger.
Yeah, first
And,
off, it's hard to make Finnish
yeah,
friends, but
yeah.
when you are friends
Exactly.
with them, then they will always last, they say. So,
Yeah. Once you get used to it,
Yeah.
they are very kind and they are very good.
yes.
But yeah, the first week was like since I didn't know anyone here, and it was really hard for me. And the weather was like when I first was kind of stepped out of the airport, I saw the snow for the first time in my
Uh-huh.
life. So I was really excited for that time,
Okay.
and I think I enjoyed the snow for like 7 minutes or something. And after that, I was like, okay, fine, I'm done, man. I don't need this.
But
anymore.
anyway, you are complaining about the weather always. Right, so.
Yeah, but see, man, I mean, it's as I already said, I'm from like warmer kind of country,
Yeah.
and inside Nepal, I am from kind of hotter place.
Mm-hmm.
So for me,
It's
weather-
Chittagong, right?
It's Chitwan, yeah. And
Okay.
for me, the weather like -20 or something,
Uh-huh.
it's ridiculously cold.
Yeah.
So that's the reason, I think.
Okay. What are your thoughts on upcoming students in Finland?
My thoughts.
Yeah.
Well, it's for me. I mean, I would like to suggest something to them. The first thing that you need to know is like you will have. It depends on like which country you come from. If you are coming from like some countries in Asia with the high context society, I'd say, then you
Crowd society.
kind of
Crowded.
yeah, like especially the South Asian country, I would say.
Yeah.
You'll have the great culture shock here because people are kind of reserved, and as I already said that. And the next thing is I would say the weather, because I have to say about it a bit. And the next thing is not much. I mean, it's pretty expensive if you talk about Helsinki especially. Well, I mean, all of Finland is kind of expensive, but since I'm living in Helsinki, the city is kind of expensive. I mean, it's expensive, yeah.
Yeah, it is. Helsinki is more expensive
Yeah, it's
than
more
other.
expensive.
I
Yeah.
have lived in Oulu and it is little cheaper than in Helsinki. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, and like since I was living in Lisbon, it was really cheap compared to Helsinki. So that's the thing you need to like mind a little bit. And then I think yeah, you
What
don't need to.
about apartments here living?
Oh yeah, there's something called for students basically. There's something called HOAS. It's like a housing company for basically students. So you need to contact them. You need to fill up the form after you get accepted in any
Universities.
of the universities, and then you need to contact them, and then they will give you the apartment like near to your college.
Okay, that's
Preferably.
great to know. Okay, this much for today. Thank you for coming here.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, goodbye.